We let them know that we're on our way. Looks like our team's rotating in behind us. We're going to go ahead and hop in our rocket so we can control it. We're going for this Nem, and we're able to get the pick onto the Nemesis. Yorm's in a terrible position, so we're going to go ahead and rotate onto him. We activated our 3, so we were immune to slows. And we're able to get a double kill. What a do, skibbity-boo, it's your boy SeanyB Gaming, and today we're doing a skin showcase for the Danzaburou skin and jungle. If you are new to the channel, I upload every single day. I add some commentary to a game that I've already played with the intention of seeing what went right, what went wrong, and hopefully there's something that we can learn together. If there is something that we learn together, make sure you check out the channel and subscribe for more content. If you are a returning viewer, Danzaburou is the newest god to enter Smite. He's really fun to play, and he's half decent at jungle because of his abilities. So let's go ahead and jump into his kit. Danzaburou's 1, Fool's Gold. Danzaburou rolls out 3 money bags that pass through and damage enemy minions, but stop on enemy gods, slowing as they travel. Gods hit are damaged and intoxicated, dropping a gold coin that Danzaburou or his ally gods can pick up that provide him 10 gold. When a money bag stops moving, it reveals to be an explosive which detonates after a short delay. Subsequent hits of money bags or explosion damage deals 20% of the damage. Danzaburou's 2, Alluring Spirits. Danzaburou takes a swig of a sake bottle, gaining health before hurling it in front of him to deal damage to enemies in the inner circle. The bottle of sake applies a stack to enemy gods in the area slowing. Upon reaching 3 stacks, taunting them with no diminishing returns towards the sake bottle. Enemies that take more than 30% of their max health while taunted are broken out early. The slow per stack is going to be 10% for 1.5 seconds. He's going to heal. The taunt duration is going to be 1 second, and then the hits to break the sake bottle are going to be 2 at levels 1 and 2, 3 at 3 and 4, and then 4 hits at level 5. Danzaburou's 3, Tanuki Trickery. Danzaburou creates a field where he moves faster, is slow immune, and takes less damage from basic attacks. Enemies in the field are slowed by 20%. If Danzaburou leaves the field, it disappears, turning him into a leaf among other decoys that mimic his movement. In this state, his movement speed is increased. He is still slow immune and can pass through enemies. After a short delay from transforming, any hit from enemy gods, or if Danzaburou attacks himself, he will revert back to his normal state. The leaf movement speed is 20% at level 1, 40% at level 5. The field duration is 5 seconds. The reduced basic attack damage is 20%, and then the leaf duration is 4 seconds. While inside the field, he's going to gain movement speed 10% at level 1 and 20% at level 5. Danzaburou's ultimate, Uproarious Rocket. Danzaburou summons a magical leaf which transforms into a large bamboo rocket. While preparing, Danzaburou can aim the rocket within 180 degrees to lock onto an enemy god, or he can refire this ability to become the rocket. Once fired, the rocket will pass through and damage enemy minions, stopping at the first enemy god hit, damaging and stunning them while dealing 50% of the damage in a larger area. The stun duration is going to be 1 second at level 1 and 1.4 seconds at level 5. And finally, Danzaburou's passive, Dubious Saver. Every time Danzaburou actively gains gold, he stores 10% into one of his money pouches instead. When a pouch is completely filled, Danzaburou gains bonus gold and a permanent physical power increase before switching to a larger money pouch. The pouch number 1 can hold 80 gold, pouch 2, 140 gold, pouch 3, 200 gold, and pouch 4, 300 gold. In terms of the leveling order, at level 1, we want to put a point into our 1, level 2, put a point into our 2, level 3, put a point into our 3, then at level 4, we want to put another point into our 1, max out our ultimate whenever we can, max out our 1, max out our 2, max out our 3. We're able to get the first blood this game for being super aggressive and trying to invade the enemy red buff. I'm going to go ahead and drop blue for our solo lane.
Thanks.
We're going to work on these harpies. Trying to get the harpies to walk into the money bags. Now we're going to go ahead and rotate mid. We're just short of our ultimate. We throw out our 2. It taunts him back. We're going to shoot some basics. Raijin comes in super aggressive. And Raijin's able to get the pick onto the Oleron. We hit level 5, so now we have our ultimate. If we can invade the enemy red buff, we absolutely should.
I'm going for jungle buff.
Looks like they're over here at purple. We're going to go ahead and throw our 2. We're able to steal their purple buff away, taunt the Sylvanas, and that's probably all we're going to be able to do right there. So we're just going to go ahead and back it up. Oleron is back in mid. We're going to go ahead hop on our rocket by pushing our ult twice, get the stun, hit him with the 1, and Raijin's able to clean up Oleron. Excellent start for our mid laner. We're able to get him ahead. We invaded a couple of reds. We got 2 picks on the Oleron. We should probably start showing some love to some of the side lanes now that we've helped mid out so much. We're going to go ahead and back. Our speed is going to be spawning soon. We're going to be going into the Ninja Tabi, which is the attack speed boots. I did play a Danzaburou jungle game where I went with the power boots, and I feel like late game the attack speed boots just pay off a little bit more. We're going to go ahead and rotate to the blue buff. It looks like King Arthur is trying to invade the enemy blue. It's not there. We drop his blue buff. We weren't sure where we were going right there, so we're going to go ahead and fall back and just play it safe and hit the harpies. Raijin says to attack middle lane as he backs, so we're going to go ahead and clear this wave. We got some good damage onto this Oleron. We're going to go ahead and use our ultimate, get the stun, and we're able to get the pick onto the Oleron. That ultimate does so much damage. Even if it didn't get the pick on him, it would have stunned him, and then we would have hit him with some basics. Sylvanas is in mid. We might be able to get some damage on him. He's falling back. Took out a lot of his health. Although he does have a heal, so he's probably just going to be able to heal that back up. We're going to go ahead and rotate back to our red buff. It's not there quite yet. Raijin looks like he might need a little bit of help. We're going to go ahead and hit this harpy, and then the red buff.
Enemy ultimate down. Your left tower is under attack.
And we have enough money for the Crusher. We're going to go ahead and pick up the Crusher. The Crusher is going to provide us 30 physical power, 20% attack speed, and 15 flat penetration. It has a passive that anytime our abilities land damage on an enemy god, it's going to deal an additional 20 physical damage, plus 15% of our physical power over the next 2.5 seconds. Over the next 2 seconds, not 2.5.
Your middle tower is under attack.
The Yorm is pretty weak. Might be worth trying to rotate over and use our ultimate on him.
I'm going for jungle.
There's 3 people in mid, so we might actually want to head back mid.
Ultimate is ready. On my way. Your right tower is under attack.
We're going to go ahead and cast our ultimate. We're not going to hop in it. We're just going to let it lock on.
Your middle tower is under
And it's good to know that it locks on to a Yorm that's invisible, and it chases him while he's invisible. Our King Arthur is able to get the pick. It's probably safe to assume that the people in mid are rotating over. So the reason we are going into the Crusher is it has that flat penetration, and whenever we land our 2, 1, or ultimate, it's going to deal additional damage. Our 3 cannot proc it. We're going to go ahead and throw our 2, give ourselves a little bit of cover. steal away the enemy Harpy while we're here. As a first item on a hunter in jungle, we could be going into Brawler's Beatstick, the Crusher, or Jotun's Wrath. I went with the Crusher this game to get the additional attack speed. The Crusher is going to allow us to deal the most damage of the three options. Brawler's Beatstick is great for anti-heal, which would be decent this game because they have a Sylvanas and a Oleron. Then the Jotuns is great for the cooldown, but we plan on picking up some cooldown later on in the build. We're going to go ahead and throw our 2, throw out our 1, and we're able to get the pick onto the Sylvanas. We're going to go ahead and, oop, the purple's not there, so we're just going to go ahead and back. After going into the Crusher, we're going to start working on Transcendence. Transcendence is going to be a great power item for us once we get it fully stacked. Bunch of people on King Arthur. We don't want to rotate straight there, we want to pick up our speed first.
Ultimate is ready. On my way.
We let them know that we're on our way. Looks like our team's rotating in behind us. We're going to go ahead and hop in our rocket so we can control it. We're going for this Nem, and we're able to get the pick onto the Nemesis. Yorm's in a terrible position, so we're going to go ahead and rotate onto him. We activated our 3, so we were immune to slows. And we're able to get a double kill.
The lust for blood consumes you.
Go ahead and drop the blue buff, and then we're going to leave solo lane alone. We probably could have cleaned up that wave, but I don't think there was much of a wave there.
Enemy missing middle.
We throw out our 2, we get the taunt. So that gets the pull. We're going to cast our 1, get some good damage. That's an Oleron ultimate. Unfortunately, Sylvanas is able to survive, and our Sobek goes down. We're going to go ahead and set up a ward, check the enemy red buff. It is here. We're going to go ahead and start working on it. We're going to try to show a little love over and right. We're going to make a play for the Danzaburou. We almost get the taunt. He uses ultimate, stuns us, does a lot of damage. We use our 3 to try to get away. And it looks like we were just sly enough. And Nim's able to dash in and get the pick on us. So we could have blinked that once we heard Nim dash the first time.
An enemy has been slain.
Honher's able to get the pick, but then Nim's able to get Honher. We are going to go ahead and pick up Transcendence. Transcendence is going to provide us 35 power, 300 mana, and 10 MP5. It has a passive that you permanently gain 15 mana per stack and receive 50 stacks. 3% of your mana is converted into physical power. Also at 50 stacks, this item is going to evolve, gaining 10% cooldown. So just from the stacks, not even including the additional 300 mana, we're going to be gaining an additional 22.5 power, which will bring it to 57.5 power.
Right back. On my way.
Honher gets a good poke. We're going to go ahead and use our 1. Honher's able to get the pick onto the Sylvanas. We're looking for this Nem. Not sure where she went.
Your middle tower is under attack. Retreat.
Our 1's able to connect with the Oleron. We're going to go ahead and check the enemy red buff. It looks like Nem was able to drop it.
Take right lane.
We're going to make a play for this Danzaburou. Assuming he comes out of tower, that is. We're just waiting to see if he steps up. Sylvanas kind of comes up from behind. Nem's here. We're going to throw out our 2. See if we can taunt her and prevent her from going after our Sobek. We shoot out our 1. Nem's still chasing.
We've got a rat in our midst.
Retreat!
We do have our ultimate. Whenever we're in the jungle, we probably want to hop in our ultimate instead of just shooting it and letting it lock onto someone. Because if it hits a wall, it's going to explode and not deal the damage. We throw out our 2. Oleron uses his ultimate. We use our beads. Our beads expire and we're still slow. And we're able to get the pick onto the Oleron. Nem's here. We're going to try to get some poke onto her. We throw out our 2, but she's able to dash out of it. Since we're this far up on the map, we're going to go ahead and rotate, see if we can get some pressure onto this Jormungandr. We throw out our 1, get some basics. We have our ult, we're going to go ahead and lock onto him. And he's able to Aegis it. Good for him, but King Arthur is able to get the pick. We're going to go ahead and push this tower. Getting the tier 1 and tier 2 towers is going to provide gold for everyone on our team. The tier 2 is going to provide more than the tier 1. We're going to go ahead and back. We use our 3 to give ourselves a little bit of movement speed increase. After going into Transcendence, we're going to be going into Hydra's Lament. Right now we only have 15 stacks, so we do want to start clearing our camps and start trying to get those stacks up.
Enemy missing right!
Bit of a team fight going on near our red buff. We're going to go ahead and clean up the middle wave. We throw out our 2. We're able to taunt the Sylvanas, even though we were aiming for the Nemesis. That's an ult from the Sylvanas. We're going to go ahead and use our 3. Kind of spin around, try to make it to where they can't track us, but the Sylvanas heal that hit us is able to get the reveal on us. We're able to get the pick onto the Sylvanas. We're going to throw out our 2. Ooh, we almost get the taunt. We're going to go ahead, hop in our rocket and try to chase down this Nem. What a dumb ultimate. That is so good. We throw out our 2. We're going to go ahead and activate our 3. Kind of fall into jungle a little bit. We get ulted by Danzaburou. We're pretty weak. We should probably back right here.
Throw their bodies onto your sword.
On my way. On my way.
I make the call to pull the team off of putting pressure in middle lane and for going for the Gold Fury. We're able to get all 3 money bags on the Gold Fury. And we're able to drop the Gold Fury as a team. We're going to go ahead and back because our speed is about to respawn. And we're going to be going into Hydra's Lament. Hydra's Lament is going to provide us 40 physical power, 10% cooldown reduction, and 10 MP5. It has 2 passives. The first one, for 8 seconds after an ability, your next basic attack will deal an additional 40% damage. And its second passive, you're going to gain 2.5 MP5 for 10% of your missing mana. So anytime we land an ability, we want to try to weave in a basic attack. It'll deal more damage. This item is also providing us 10% cooldown, so once we get Transcendence evolved, that's going to be 20% cooldown for ourselves. We should be able to solo this Pyromancer.
Be right back.
Let's snuff out this mole.
Right now, I feel like we're having an excellent game. It feels really nice to have a lead as Danzaburou in jungle. I feel like it'd be pretty difficult if you're playing him from behind.
Your left tower is under attack. Your left tower has been destroyed. On my way.
Right now we're kind of looking for somebody to fight, somebody out of position. Raijin and myself are moving over to right lane. We're going to try to push this tower, I believe.
Enemy missing mid. Be careful, right.
Here comes the reinforcements. Probably not the best fight for us, so we're going to go ahead and fall back. Go ahead and strip away the purple buff for the enemy.
On my way. On my way. Enemy missing middle.
Looks like Nem's rotating left, Sobek's rotating left. We're rotating in behind him. We should be able to make it there before the enemy team. I'm going to go ahead and steal away the enemy speed buff. We're going to activate our 3. Kind of wiggle around a little bit. We throw out our 2. Unfortunately, it's just short. Yorm uses his ultimate. We shoot out our 1. We do not have any lifesteal with this build, so we need to be very careful and keep watching our health bar. We go ahead and shoot off our ultimate. The Oleron uses his Aegis. Our money bags are able to get the pick onto the Oleron. We're going to go ahead and activate our 3, get some increased movement speed.
Retreat. Enemy missing middle.
Go ahead and clean up the wave. We might be able to help King Arthur out. He's really tussling there. We throw out our 2. We get the taunt onto the Yorm, but we miss our 1.
Can't see me, can you?
Ooh, that trickery is a very cool ability. We're able to really dodge Nem right there. And here she comes. We're going to activate our 3 again. Throw out our 2. Turn into some leaves. Not leaves, but money with the skin. The skin's really cool. Really like it. The gangster, the money. It's all pretty cool. You shoot our ultimate. We're kind of just hanging out. Kind of a waste of an ultimate. After going into Hydra's Lament, we're going to be going into Fail Not. Fail Not is going to provide us 45 power, 20% critical strike chance, 20% cooldown, and 10% penetration. It has a passive that whenever we use our ultimate ability, the next enemy that we damage with a basic attack or an ability is going to be marked. This mark is going to allow everyone on our team to have 15% more chance to crit against them for 10 seconds. This effect can only occur once every 45 seconds. Yorm's here, we throw out our 2, we get the taunt onto him, we're going to throw our money bags. He uses his ultimate. I'm going to go ahead and pick up those coins. Then you go ahead and steal away the enemy speed buff again. Make our way to the back line of this fight. We're going to go ahead and hop in our ultimate. We get the stun onto Yorm. We're going to throw out our 2. We're able to get the pick onto the Yorm. We use our beads to kind of fall back. Honor is able to get the pick onto Sylvanas. We throw out our 1. Danzaburou uses his Aegis. I keep saying Danzaburou, it's Danzaburou. We should be able to get a Phoenix right here. Nem comes in, we're going to activate our 3. Gold Fury is up, so we should go ahead and rotate to that as a team. We're looking pretty weak. We might have been able to get that, but I think us personally would have gone down right there.
Tactical Fury. Yes.
Nem dashes in. That's both her dashes. She's done so. Kind of waste our ultimate again. We've been better off hopping into it and then kind of just flying around. We just hit a 959 crit. That's always nice to see. We're going to go ahead and sell our Jungler's Blessing and pick up the Heartseeker. Heartseeker is going to provide us 65 physical power, 200 mana, 20 MP5, and 10% penetration. It has a passive that anytime you damage an enemy with an ability, it's going to remove 2% of the target's maximum health. This effect can scale up to 5%. It starts scaling up at 200 power and caps out at 400 power with 5%. Subsequent hits on the same target are going to deal 75% of the bonus damage for the next 3 seconds. We blink in, we use our ultimate, we're able to get the pick onto the Oleron. We're going to throw our 2 out there, we're going to throw our 1 out there. Not a good fight for us anymore. We get taken out of our 3, we're in a little bit of trouble. We're going to throw out our 2, get the taunt, throw out our 1, try to get some damage, try to scare him a little bit. We're going to go ahead and activate our 3. And they lost track of me. So right now we have the option to back, or we can try to get back in there. The smart thing to do would be to back and try to get better positioning. We throw out our 2, we get the taunt, we're going to throw out our 1. Ooh, if we hit one of those basics, we would have gotten the pick on her because we would have gotten the proc from Hydra's Lament. And I don't know if Nem just got lucky or attacked the first dollar bill that she saw in the air, but Nem's able to get the pick on us. So on that death, the smart thing to do would have been to just back.
Be careful. Split push.
When leaving Fountain, we're going to activate our 3 so we gain the increased movement speed. So our next order of business is to sell boots, pick up another item, buy the movement speed potion, and then sell Crusher. Things that would be nice to round out this build, some lifesteal and something with attack speed. So I think if we went into Aussie for our boot trade, that would really help us out in team fights. If we went into a Bloodforge, that would give us a decent amount of power and also give us a little bit of lifesteal. That is an Oleron ultimate. We're going to go ahead and use our bees, try to avoid some of that damage. We're going to cast out our 1. It's short on almost everybody. Not a good fight for us. We're going to go ahead and activate our 3, start falling back. Swanus is chasing us down, so we're going to go ahead and kind of keep fighting. We have 3 people chasing us. Oleron hit one of the money bags, and unfortunately it was us. Swanus gets the pull. We're going to activate our 3, and unfortunately we go down. I feel like we could have been a little bit smarter on how we used our 3. But other than that, we were just in a really bad position.
What can 10 G's get me?
2 people show up in right, so Honor is unable to push the right Phoenix.
Group up. We need wards. Group up. Drop your guard. Defend the fire giant.
From the banks.
Cancel that.
Leave Gazelle.
So we bought the movement speed potion, but we don't have enough money for anything else really, so we're just gonna pop that, buy some health potions, and then try to buy Aussie and sell our boots on this next back, assuming we have the money. Right now we're 12, 3, and 9, so I feel like we're doing pretty well as Danzaburou in jungle.
The jungle buff.
I feel like it's rare for high res to give a new god such a good skin right away. Nem's here, but we are able to secure it. Nem might go down for being super aggressive right there. She does. Yorm's rotating in. They're attacking us one by one. You gotta love that. Yorm uses his ultimate. We're gonna kind of keep looping around this back line, see if we can catch anybody by surprise. We change our mind and then decide to go for the minion wave over in left. Looks like our team's gonna push mid. We're gonna push left. Doing a little 4-1 split push. Enemy team's able to get the Gold Fury, so at least one person is not involved in the team fight in mid. Looks like it's the Oleron. 3v4 in mid. We want to help out, but we have the positioning to really get a Phoenix over here. We're going to stick around. It's the Oleron. We're able to hit him with one of our ones. If we can get the pick on him, we will be set. We use our ultimate to get the stun. We're going to throw out the 2. Then we're going to throw out the 1. We just need one basic. And we're able to connect with the Oleron. We step out to avoid the Phoenix shots, and we should be able to get this Phoenix for it. If we would have lost that one-on-one fight, we would have been in trouble. We would have been better off helping our team in mid.
Your team has destroyed a left enemy Phoenix.
Yorm's here. We're going to throw out our 2, throw out our 1, hit him with a basic, and clean him up. Nem, and we're able to clean her up. Nice little soft triple kill at the end. And we should be able to clean up the Titan. Well, if you enjoyed this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. That really helps these videos out. If you feel like you learned anything at all, check out the channel and subscribe for more content. These stats for this game will be posted in just a moment. Thank you for stopping by. I hope you have a great day. I'll catch you next time. Bye-bye.